How to sell your online course in 5 different ways. Are you ready? Hey there, my name is Jack Long. Thank you so much for checking out this video and welcome to my channel, the number one place, the go-to place for you to be able to package your expertise and launch a profitable online digital course. I'm so excited that you're here because I'm going to be revealing 5 different ways in which you could sell your online course, whether it's your first ever online course that you're thinking of selling, or maybe you want to sell another course, a second or third or 10th course, whatever that might look like, okay? But there's 5 different ways in which you can do it. And I think it's really important to understand these 5 different ways. And I actually have these 5 different ways implemented into my business because I also understand that people in my audience don't just want to see me on live video or want to see a batch of videos or audio. Some people like to read and others like to consume content slowly in their own time. So these 5 different ways to sell your online course are going to help you, okay, kind of touch all the different types of people who are in your audience who all consume content and different mediums for whatever different reasons that might be. So we're going to kickstart with it with number 1, an email mini course. Okay, so you're thinking email? Isn't email dead? Like, no, email is not dead. And if you're not growing your leads and your email list right now, then you need to get back on it because email is one of your most important assets in your business. Like having your own email list of people who have opted in, given you their personal details as such, is one of the most fundamental, if not the most important asset in your business. Like you own those leads of people, you own that list of people. Okay, social media owns all of your followers. Google or YouTube owns your videos on your YouTube channel, but your email list is fundamentally important. So growing your email list is one of the most important things you could ever do. And so email, we also find, is one of the best mediums in order to have a communication or conversation, to educate people, but also to build the trust and the relationship that we have with our leads. And an email mini course is a great way. An email mini course is one of the best lead magnets you could create, because some people might want to opt in and go for a mini course over the course of say 5 or 7 days. They get to learn about you, you get to educate them, you get to warm them up, and they get to see you as a potential coach that they might then want to go on a journey with you and enroll in your online course. Now, of course, at the end of the email mini course, you can then sell and pitch an online product, your course. Whether that's a small price course or a large price course, like $200, $500, heck, even $1,000. It doesn't matter, okay? But at the end of an email mini course, you've built the trust, you've got a relationship, and now you can ultimately pitch your online course and present an offer, okay? And you can do this in a variation of ways. You can do this still via email, or you can invite them to like a pre-recorded event or a webinar event, whatever that looks like. But email mini courses are really powerful, guys. And I can't stress enough that building your email list is one of the most crucial things you can do in your business. So why not create a mini email course? Number 2, probably the most popular way of selling online courses right now in this whole kind of online digital marketing world. And this has been the most popular way of doing it for at least, I would say, popularity for 5 years onwards. You see all the big top online marketing gurus selling this way, and we are talking about online launch promotions or online launch events. So a launch is an event that you do over a small period of time, and you have people specifically raise their hand and say they want to be part of this event that you're running. And that event, the whole purpose of the event is to create an experience for the people that are registered for the event. Also to educate them, to get them building a trust and relationship and warming them up with you. But also the launch event, the whole purpose of the launch event, if you've done your launch event right, is to gear up a huge buzz for people who are ready and wanting to buy your online course before you've even opened the door. That's what an event does. That's what a launch event does. Okay, so 3 examples of launch events. You've got the webinar, which is obviously slide decks that you do live, and the webinar builds a trust with you, a relationship of some kind. It sets you in as an authority. It pitches you as that authority, as you know what you're talking about. You're able to then go through a formula and a methodology that you've created that then builds more trust with people, educates them what you do, what you're good at. You can have testimonials and case studies and so much more inside a webinar. Webinars are about an hour to an hour and a half long, and of course at the end of it you then pitch your product, your online course. So webinars are really powerful, and webinars are still really powerful. Like, a lot of people say, oh, but webinars are exhausted now. People know the whole concept of webinar. Yeah, but that's a good thing, because if people know that they're going to turn up to a webinar to then potentially be pitched at the end, at least it's not a surprise, right? Okay, so number 2, another way of launching could be a challenge. Challenges can be 3-day challenges or 5-day challenges, and a challenge is normally hosted in a small closed group, like a Facebook group, for example, that you set up, and you create that Facebook group specifically for the challenge. And inside that challenge, you promising the audience who join your challenge that they're going to come away at the end of the challenge with a end result. Now, normally that result is promising a small problem that they originally had. But by the end of the challenge, they've kind of knocked that small problem on the head, and now it's gearing them up, ready with confidence that they're ready to knock the bigger problem on its head. And the bigger problem, the way to knock the solution of that, is ultimately your online course. And that's a 5-day or a 3-day challenge. And lastly, another way of running a launch could be a multi-video series, where you launch and send out a video, normally 3-4 videos in a series, and you drip feed your series every other day over the course of about 10 days. And the final video sets up your audience ready to buy your online course. Now, I'll be honest with you, video series aren't for the absolute newbie who hasn't sold an online course before. A video series is probably perfect for somebody who's been running webinars or challenges for at least 12 months, if not more, and has run successful webinars and successful challenges or other types of launch promotions, and has brought in multiple 6-figure income from those events. And then I'd probably suggest moving on to doing a video series. Okay, number 3. Another way in which you could sell your main online course is by creating a small, tiny priced course called a toolkit. So a toolkit is something that is priced anything between probably $15 to about 50. Okay, so 15 to about 50. And a toolkit is something that very specifically drills down on one topic. As an example, it could be something like, I need to create a webinar slide deck. So maybe you buy a toolkit for about 30 or 40 bucks. That teaches you how to, or gives you all the tools and the done for you necessary tools to create a really good webinar slide deck. Maybe you need to create a sales page for your online course. There'll be toolkits that are priced anything between 20, 30, 50 bucks. That gives you that specific need, that solution that you need right now, which is how to create a sales page. Maybe copywriting or writing emails is just not your bag, and you want to get that done for you without having to pay loads of money. Well, again, there are toolkits that will give you done for you, plug and play, fill in the gaps, 365 days a year emails, like written for you. Emails written for you. And again, you can get these toolkits for like 20, 30, 50 bucks. But the purpose of the toolkit is to provide your audience and your customer with one specific tangible topic that, again, like a challenge, knocks that thing on its head and gets it done. But then once you've got people opting in for a toolkit, what this does cleverly is that you've actually had people giving money to you, right? Putting skin in the game. Whether that cash is just 10 quid or 50 quid, doesn't matter how big or small it is, the end of the result is that you are not only building your email list, but you're building your email list with people who are actually paid for something that you're selling, which then makes it easier for you to sell your slightly higher priced programs and courses, like a £200 course or a $500 or a $1,000 course, whatever it is. But the toolkits nicely feed people into your higher priced courses. Number 4, free consultation or training of some kind where people will reach out to you. They might be on the fence. Maybe you've done some kind of launch event, whatever that might look like. Maybe you've got a freebie, but ultimately someone could book a call with you. It could be half an hour, could be an hour, where you give them your free time for whatever that time period is, consultation and training. And at the end of it, you then invite them to enroll or take the journey further with you, which is ultimately with your online course. Now, free consultations, getting someone on the phone, is the easiest way of convincing and selling your online course or any other product or service that you may offer. Okay, but we're talking about courses because I teach specifically how to launch courses. But a free consultation, if you can get like people on a phone, you can get people on the phone for 15 minutes, half an hour, or 45 minutes. You now have their undivided attention live with you, having a one-on-one conversation. You are working with them, you are helping them out, and ultimately, you now have the opportunity to convert them into a customer. Okay? There are obviously ways about doing this, but free consultation calls are amazing, especially if you're starting out. If you're starting out, you don't have a course yet to sell, but you've got also a small audience, you are in the best position to make revenue fast. And number 5, last but not least, are live workshop events. Workshop events are normally half-day live, real-time coaching and training with you. And when I mean half day, it's about 3 hours. So what you do with a workshop is you invite people to come along, and during that workshop, they're going to learn something with the other workshop cohorts and with you in real time for 3 hours, something that is a tangible end result. Whatever it is that they need, whatever it is that they want, whatever it is that they desire. Again, it's a small outcome, but it's a big enough outcome to kind of go, wow, that was amazing. They coached me live. They were there with me. They answered my questions. They were really patient. They had a really unique formula, methodology. I loved everything about it. And at the end of the workshop, you pitch your main big premium online course. Okay? Now, workshops are amazing because a workshop almost works and operates similar to a webinar, slightly, but it's a bit longer. And very much with a webinar, you are teaching more about the how you do something. With the workshop, you're teaching a lot about the how as well, but you give them a small piece of the actual how and why and what it is you need to do in order to get the result. So workshop events, you can charge anything between $27, $50, sometimes $97. I find the $50 mark is about safe. So what this does is this enables your audience to have the opportunity to play small skin in the game, like a small amount of cash, 20 quid, 30 quid, 50 quid, whatever it is, up front. But then with that small amount of money, they get to work with you in a small group setting and have your time for 3 hours, okay? Plus maybe a Q&A at the end. And not only that, but they also get a result at the end of this. Now, I've run workshops that are literally like nail your niche workshops, where we run through a whole 3 hour period of running down your whole niche. And once we've created out the niche, we then work on irresistible offer and how to price your online course. And we do this in 3 hours in a whole workshop. At the end of the workshop, I'm then obviously inviting those workshop attendees to join me in my premium online course, which gives them more of a bigger picture and then how to actually go from what it is they've learned in the workshop to then go and launch and sell an online profitable online course, right? So again, workshops can be something like you could framework a whole entire sales funnel and then invite them to your premium course, which then shows them how to build the sales funnel. Do you see the difference? Right? Okay. So workshops are really great. And what's powerful about a workshop is, here's a powerful thing we're finding with workshops right now, is that a webinar, you're converting at about 5, maybe 8, 10%, depending on the webinar as well, of conversions. Workshops can be 15 to 20 to 25% conversions of workshops. So they are super duper powerful. Okay, so those are my 5 ways in which you can sell your online digital course. You can choose all 5 of those or just 1 or 2 or whatever you want that suits you. We've got email, We've got the online launch process, which is popular with the big online gurus. You could have done, you can choose to have a toolkit, which is a mini online course that sells on Evergreen and sells your premium priced one. You can have your online consultations, the most easiest way of selling an online course or other products. And of course, we've just covered the workshop as well. These 5 ways of selling your online course are right now the hottest strategies that are working at this moment in online marketing. So I hope you've really enjoyed this lesson. Give me the thumbs up if you've enjoyed it, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want further videos that we're releasing every single week, giving you the hottest tips and strategies to sell your online courses. Thanks again for watching this video, and if you want some of my free resource guides or my other freebie things that I've got going on, click on the link below. I've also got a cool quiz. This quiz is called Do You Have What It Takes to Launch an Online Course? Now listen, I don't know, do you have what it takes? But if you want to find out if you have what it takes, click on the link below. It's going to take you to my free quiz and you can check that out as well. And I've also got a few other freebies like a free PDF, cheat sheet. It gives you the exact steps that you can tick off one step after the other, so you know the exact framework and formula you need to follow in order to launch an online course as well. Thanks again for tuning in. I'll see you in another video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you very soon. Have a great day. Cheers now.